Cautionary tales of Silicon Valley. It is absolutely street smart for you to learn how to close a deal verbally, okay? Get a verbal commitment from a person you can do a verbal deal with. In some cases it's a VC, but it is an absolute cautionary tale to not be able to follow up after you've got a layup deal from a person who verbally agreed to you. And the cautionary tale is this. There's a group of 3 founders who came to Silicon Valley, just on one of those tours where you visit Silicon Valley, and they said to a venture partner who actually runs a fund, is it okay if we, apply and, do it in the summertime and come to Silicon Valley for the summer? VC looks into his eyes and says, yeah. In fact, my wife's been wanting to invite more people from Illinois. That's a verbal commitment, or near one. And locking that in specifically by saying and repeating, and anytime you get a verbal, that's number one. You got to repeat the offer and repeat what it is that you thought you heard. Are you being clear as to what, did I not hear you clearly? Because it sounded like that was an invitation to join versus an invitation to apply. And the VC usually will laugh it all and be like, ha ha ha, I guess it was, okay? Or ha ha ha, you're going to do great. But they're not necessarily going to agree to you verbally, but they're not going to say no. And if they're definitely not saying no and they're sort of saying yes, they want to test you. Getting that verbal confirmation. Then following up that verbal commitment, that verbal deal, okay, that if you've got a deal on paper, if you don't have a deal on paper, you've got nothing but air, or something along those lines. Following up that something on paper is you follow up that verbal deal with an email that said, hey, I'm founder number 3 at company number 7. You agreed and asked and invited me to your thing. I can understand if you want to back out of it. And this is exactly the formula that you want to compose in an email. I can understand if you want to back out of it, but it sounded like we had a deal, right? And lock it in also, which is lock it in 3 email. Step 3, lock it in with an email. Lock it in with a gift. If you mention, hey, your wife is from Illinois and for some reason she likes the Cubs, okay? Who names a baseball team after a baby mammal? I'm not going to judge your wife's baseball opinion, okay? I'm not going to judge your wife's opinion to marry you because you're obviously an awesome guy. I mean, you're a venture capitalist. Your wife mentioned that she likes the Chicago Cubs and maybe you're a fan too, okay? Lock it in with a bear, okay? One of those baby bears, they call them Cubs. FedEx it, okay? It is so counterintuitive also to FedEx stuff. Why would you pay like $120 to send a $20 fluffy? No offense, buddy. $120 to send it? Old people see a FedEx package as a deal. And if you're young, you want to get a deal done, you're going to do some counterintuitive things. In fact, there's a cautionary tale, again, of are you, the CS major, smarter than a FedEx box, than a FedEx package? A FedEx package can do a bunch of things. So I'm going to bookend the start-stop with being street smart and cautionary tale, FedEx, and have you read down below, which is, are we as CS majors as smart as a FedEx shipping package?